This conference will now be recorded.
Right, Salafi, good morning. So in today's session, we will discuss about transformations and transitions. Both we will see. So first, so wait for a second. Let me save this. Okay, where I have to save this? 1 minute, please. I think this is what we have to discuss, right? So text properties we have to discuss. Okay, first let us complete this. Then we will go for the transformations and transitions. Okay, right. Some of the properties we missed there. Let us go and discuss that. Create a new file, text and font.html is a file I'm creating. Take any name to the file, no problem. Right. Just I'm taking this and remove all the CSS that you written except this one, and I'm just removing all these things. Okay. All of it's the output of the program. And if you can see, this is what the output. I don't want image also. Let me remove the image. Only text properties, na. So let us remove the image also. And if we can remove this also right now, complete HTML, this is what the thing. Try to see dot block dot block block text align property, alignment of the text only, not the images or something. Alignment of the text. I am writing center. Text align center in the sense in the block you have two texts. One is H1 text, another one is para. So now if you can see center align. How to make something called center exactly. And the text align end. End means right. Or text align right. What is the meaning of right? That is also the same thing. Text align left. What is the meaning of left? By default, what? Left alignment. By default, left align. Align left. Align start. What is the meaning of start? By default, start to left. End right center. And right center. Okay. Try to see one more thing I want to show you. Width of the box is going to be 330 pixels. I'm taking. I want to take some border. B over here. Border equal to 2 pixel solid red border. I'm taking something called red border. Okay. Just border spell mistake. Yeah. Let's go and check the border. Okay. If you just refresh the page now, can you see this is what the text is? Of course, you want to increase the width, you can increase the width also. This is going to be 380, 380, 380. This is going to be something. Or 400, whatever you want, you take it, no problem. 420. So this is the width of the box. Still you want to increase? Yeah, I'm increasing this to 600. Now if you can refresh the page, this is the box width. Okay now? Right. In the box, I want to make the text center. Earlier, whole body center. Now in the box only, I want to make something called center. What is the property? Text align center. So because of the property text align center, inside the box, text is center. Inside the box, text is center. Okay? Outside or inside, wherever you want. But this will be applied like this. Okay? Right. Next one is going to be text. Okay. Only for H1 tag. Where is H1? Dot block space H1. Only for H1, I am writing text decoration underline. Underline. What is the underline for this H1 tag? H1 tag only getting underline. So text decoration overline. 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 What is the meaning of overline? On top there is a line. Already you know one more property, line through. What is the meaning of line through? So this is going to be line through is a value, and if you can go and check this now, under this it will be go like strike off, simply like this. So text decoration is a property. Text align, this is the text decoration. నీకు రెండు కావాలి, ఆల్రెడీ we did like this. ఇప్పుడు లేదు, నాకు ఓన్లీ H1 కావాలనుకోండి, ఇప్పుడు ఇలా కూడా రాసుకో. ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఓన్లీ H1 is center, paragraph tag is not in center. Okay, so now I want to do something. Let me add some more para information. F1, let us copy some help text. Let us copy this help text. All I'm copy pasting. You can copy from somewhere. I'm just copying the editor help text. Right, so now I'm refreshing. Now you see this is the text. This is the text. So title should be under, this is not required. Let me keep this into comment. This is what the comment. If you keep something like this, that is commented, CSS commenting. So comment means that is not going to be works. So this is going to be welcome. Title is in the center and this is going to be in the something. Of course, you want to take one more para, you can take the same thing. Now you see paragraph tag is very big and this is how the information is coming. Okay, right. So observe this carefully. Text line center. If we can write start, by default start. By default start. So H1. Okay. This is, you can make center. Dot block space p. Only for para I am writing this time. Text align end. What is the meaning of end? Can you see? Able to observe all of you? Let us make little zoom. Okay. Now you see. End means you observe the difference. What happening for the text para only? Don't observe the H1. Only the para. If you are not writing anything, what is by default? By default, start. All the line will be sorted from here. There is a property called justify. End center justify. What is the meaning of justify? Can you see the justify? You see license as some gap is there. You can, some gap is there between the border. Now if you can refresh the page, can you see now? There is no gap. It is all attached, distributed equally. Left side, right side, you see. Now you write center. Otherwise, you see very clearly if you can write center. C-E-N-T-R, center. Sorry. You write something called center. You go and refresh the page now. You see left side, right side. You see left side, right side. You observe. One line is full width. One line is some minimum width. Is not occupying. When you are writing justify property, the content is going to be equally distributed on all sides. Now I want to add some padding also. So to the parent container, if we can add some padding inside the box, 10 pixels if I can add. Now you see, now content is not attached to the lines. Earlier content was attached to border. Now there is some gap between the content. Title, description. Title, description. Okay, right. For the paragraph tag, text indent. Text indent. What is indentation ante? Generally when you're writing paragraph lo meer cheptaru, faculty saying notes ante first para anagani you will start somewhere. First you will leave some gap, after that you will write the para. So let us write this now, maybe you will understand. 100 pixel I am writing. If I can refresh the page now, you see this is indentation. 100 is too big, sir. Let us make this is going to be 50 only. Now if you can write 50 pixel, now you see this is going to be like this. Para start here like this. This is going to be, generally we'll write para like this, right? Okay, this is called text indent. Now I'm writing one more property called text shadow. Earlier we seen box shadow. Now this is a text shadow. Same way. Four values, sir. 0 pixel, 10 pixel, some color code. I'm taking some color code. Now if you can see the H1 tag, there is some shadow na. There is some shadow. I want to make a color red. I want to take the color is going to be a red color. Now because of the red color, oh, now you see red shadow. I want to write this is going to be 4 pixel. This is going to be 2 pixel. Now this time you see this is going to be like this. If you can write 4 and 4 and 4, if you can write, then what is happening? Diagonally you will get something like this. Shadow of the text will be like this. shadow, it is not be like this. I won't write the normal dark color only. The shadow for dark color is going to be like this. Also we can write shadow color only, we can provide. Of course you want, you can, right? So like this. So these are all what? Text properties. What properties there are? Text related properties only, right? So these are the things. Text transform. Next property what? Text transform. Transformation, you see. I am writing uppercase. I'm writing uppercase. H1 tag text, you see. If I can run the file, what is happening? Everything, see, normally you written what? Basically you written all one upper, one lower you written. But because of this text transform property, what is happening? Because this is becoming uppercase, right? So now I won't write something called lowercase. Lowercase. Now what is going to be happen? Everything will be converted as a lowercase. So lowercase. You see the same property. Text transform I'm writing capitalize. Capitalize. What is the meaning of capitalize? Observe this carefully. If I can refresh the page, you see the word CSS is used to design the structure of a web page. I'm refreshing. What did you observe? Tell me, please. Every word first character becomes uppercase. Every word first character becomes uppercase. What is the meaning of it? So lowercase, uppercase, capitalize. Okay. And finally, these are the values. Text align. What are the values of it? Center, start, left, end, and other one is going to be right. Very important thing is going to be justify. Justify. Alane. Text decoration. What are the values of the decoration? None. Underline. This is going to be overline. Overline. What is the other one? Line through. Just write the values. Line through. THROUGH. Line through. Now what is the value just now we see? Done. Text decoration none. Text transform. Uppercase, lowercase, and one more is going to be capitalize. Right, these are the values. Capitalizer, spell mistake, sorry, let us write the capitalize. You know, so these are the some common values for working with the text only. Working with the text. Same thing like font, fonts, font families. People will call fonts font family. Okay, let us see this also. Okay, now I am copy pasting the same thing. Let's go for a new file. Fonts.html is a new file. Same thing. So these decorations I'm not taking. Keep the selector as this. Selectors I'm keeping the same. I'm not changing the selectors. Let us keep the same. Let us refresh the page now. So if you can run the file, this is the fonts. What is the default font of this text? Default font of the text. Right click and inspect. default font. Do you have anything they mentioned here? I think they did not mention anything here to see. Okay, so this is going to be simply uh, maybe the font family, default font family, browsers related things. And the browser, what is the default font family? Generally Times Roman, it will be like this, Times Roman or something like this. Generally it will be like this. Okay, now, right. So here, okay, no worries. Let me use the font property. Font style. Font style is the first property. ITALIC italic. What is the font style? Italic. Observe the paragraph tag. If we can observe the paragraph tag, what is the font style? Italic. Change it. Font style italic. One more value. Font weight. Font weight. Bold. Bold. Bolder. Now, if you can refresh, paragraph is going to becoming bold. So we don't want to use B tag. We can write font CSS also. We can do font weight is what? Bold. Font weight normal. By default normal. So by default it's normal. Okay na alane. Uh, Font hyphen size. Font size. By default font size of the paragraph tag. Anybody? What is the default font size of the paragraph tag? 16 pixels and font size is going to be 16 px. You see, if I refresh, do you see any change? No change. Why? Because by default 16. You already provided 16. And even if you can remove this, there is no change. See, I'm removing this. Do you have any change here? There is no change. There is no change. Why? Because by default 16. And you see, all of you, font size not only in pixels, we can provide in EMs also. 1 EM. 1 EM. So what is 1 EM? Very fresh. Any change you observed? No change. 1 EM equal to 16 px. 1 EM equal to 16 px. Now you see, I am writing 2 EM. What is 2 EM? 32 px. Now you see, if I refresh the page now, increase the size now. Font size got increased. Why? Because 32 px. Otherwise, normally you can write 32. If you can write 32 px, you have to write. 32 px you have to write. Now you see, this is going to be 32 px. No change. Can write 100 percentage. 100 percentage. Then what is output then? 100 percentage means by default 16. If I can write 200 percentage, 32 na. Okay, let's go and refresh the page now. You are getting 32. Okay, font sizes or any sizes we can provide in pixels or EMs or in percentages also. Not only in percentages, try to see. I am writing 1 cm. What is 1 cm? 1 centimeter. Now you see, every character is 1 centimeter. It is 1 centimeter. So this is going to be, I am writing 1.3 centimeter. Of course, this will also will work. You see, I don't want everything 1.3 centimeter. I am writing 1 in. What is 1 in? 1 inch. Now you say this. Now this is 1 inch. Every character is what? 1 inch. But inches and centimeters we are not going to use here. px. EM and px only we will use here in our application development. So these are not used here and doesn't require. Of course, if you want to work with a very big very big screens like a theater, in the theater screen, last person, lot of distance, that person also want to see. Then text should be very bold. It's not a 10 pixel. If you're at 10 pixel, you cannot see from here to here. So then calculation should be in centimeters and inches. Here it is not required. Here it is not required. Okay, just write 1 inch, 10 inch like this. Also we can add the things. Font size is going to be always better to write in 1 em or 1.2 em also we can write, no problem. 1.2 em in the sense 16 point something. See, right, 16 point something will be calculated, right? So like this also we can add. Of course, pixels also we can write 16px by default, 16.5px also we can write. There is no much change. It doesn't give you much difference. EMs will give you good difference. So 16.1, if I refresh, is there any change, much change? Right, 16, you see, this is 16. Light change, very light change, which is not a observable thing. 16.1, you see, very minute change I am able to see, not such a big change in the font. So of course 16.1 is not required, but if it is a EM, they will go with always decimals also. 1.2 EM, like this also they will go. It's also good practice. We go like this also. Font sizes we can measure like this only. So height, width also. For height, width, pixels, percentages, and centimeters and EM also we can go. But pixels and EM are better always used for text only. Better to use for text only. Okay, right. This is going to be block P or something. Okay, right. So this is the font style, font weight, font size, font stretch, font style, font variant, font weight bold. Font style means that is completed. Font stretch, what is the font stretch? For example, I want to tell you one more simple technique, guys. How many properties are there with the font? I want to know. How do I know? And what are the values of it? Without reading any website, without going any website, I want to know what are the values of this font weight property. I want to know what are the values of italic font style property values. But right now we are typing manual. I'm teaching you. But if you want to know your own, do one thing. Simply go to the browser, right click on it, and if you can right click and right side you see you're getting CSS of the paragraph tag italic. You see all of you. This one you see these guys here. This is getting italic, and click on the same. Remove this. If you can remove this, you see the values you are getting: italic, normal, oblique, inherit, initial, revert, revert layer, unset. Those are the values of it. But remember, unset, revert, initial, inherit, normal are the default values of every CSS property. And the default values, and they won't give any change, nothing, doesn't give any effect. But what is changing? Italic is changing. Same way you can come to the normal. Font weight normal, you see 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, bold, bolder, lighter, normal, and inherit, initial, revert. You see these values are common everywhere. Normal, inherit, they're all common by default. Okay, so these are the values of the font weight. If you don't know, we can come here and we can check it also. Right, for example, font style. What is the font style? Italic. Okay, italic. Now you want to write one more property. Here also we can write font. You see, lot of things are there. Font family. This is a very important thing. Font family. Auto, cursive. These are the families of the font. Auto, emoji, and song, fantasy, math, monoscope, none. There is nothing. Default. Fonts family is default. Sans serif, serif, system UI. This is by default system UI. So UI monospace, UI rounded, UI sans serif, UI serif, something like this. They are all the values we are getting. So font family. There are a lot of values are there under the font family. Lot of values under there the font family. Of course, you can come here. Font family. Font family. What is the font family we can take here? Right, write the values. Font family. Font hyphen family. Right. So what is the font family? Cursive, emoji, font song, like this, monospace. Right? None. Sans serif. Serif. System UI. It looks good. I want to take the system UI. If we can write here, it cannot be updated here. Copy the same value and you can write the font family system UI if you don't know. If you don't know, simply this is a technique in CSS. You don't need to go for any website. Come to here. Yesterday we written positions na. You see, write the position here. Position, you see the values absolute, fixed, relative, static, sticky, inherit, initial, they're all coming like this. All coming like this. They're all getting like this, guys. Okay, check it carefully now how they're all working here. Right, this is what the exact thing, guys. Okay, check it carefully. Block P, something like this. Okay, now If you don't know, we can just check the properties like this. Okay, right, font. Next, what is another one? I'm just typing font. You see, font family, font stretch. What is the meaning of stretch? Condensed, expanded, extra condensed. Do you see any change in the things? There is no change in the font stretch property. Okay, don't worry about it. If that is not work, leave it now. No worries about it. Font synthesis, font synthesis, small caps, capital caps, something. They're all coming like this. Okay, font menu, font icon, font caption, font weight, they're all coming like this. Okay, don't worry, just these are enough only. We don't want to use much more here about the fonts. Only 4 values, if you know, that's enough. Font style, font weight, font size, font family. Okay, now sometimes customer will say, I don't want these font families, I want to. They actually, when you're creating any website, customer also will tell you, I don't want this font, I want to get the some other font. How do I get the some other fonts ante? Let me show you some examples of the Google fonts. Do you know Google fonts? Google also will provide some fonts to us. Let us see the fonts. Google fonts. Google Fonts is official website, fonts.google.com. Go to this website. Yeah, you see, there are different fonts are there. See the fonts and their name. Which font you like? For example, go to this say. You see, a lot of fonts are loading. Are you okay with this font? I am okay. Customer is saying that I need this font. How I can add this font to my website? I have to add the font to my website. How I can add this font to my website? This is not by you, not by me. This is by Google. This is my Google font. Telugu. Is there any Telugu font? Telugu. Telugu font. Oh my god. Telugu fonts. These are the Telugu fonts. You want Telugu fonts? Say for example, you see, this is everyone has the right to freedom of thought, concise something. I don't want Telugu. If you know the font name, you can write the font name also. This is a Roboto. This font name looks good for me. Click the font name. You see, download font family. Otherwise, we can add this also. You see, select a thin. Which one you need? Which one you need? This is you need. Click this. If I click this, they will give the code also to you. Copy the code. Keep the code into your head section. Go to the document. Inside the document, you can keep the code into the head section. Okay, and then this font family is not required. Okay, now you are going to add a new font family. Now after that, this is the font family you have to apply upon body. Where is our body? To the whole website. To the whole website, all the elements in the body should have the following property. Font family Roboto sans serif. If you just refresh the page now, you see everything will be applied like sans serif. The Roboto. If I refresh, it's getting applied. Oh, sorry, this is not. This is missing something. What is missing? Link tag is missing. Yeah, sorry, link tag is missing. Now you refresh the page now. It is applied. The font which I am able to see, the same font were applied here also. Like this, we can add third-party fonts also to our website. Sometimes customer will tell you, all the fonts are not free. Some fonts are paid. We have to pay the money. We have to buy from others also. Some fonts are free, like Google fonts and some other fonts are always going to be free, guys. Okay, some fonts are free, some fonts are paid fonts. So this is the fonts we are copied. This is not written by you. This is already given by Google. They are saying that I am not doing anything under here. They are saying that to embed the font, copy the code into the head. So what they are saying that copy this code into the head section. After that, what they are saying that apply this on the body. That's all completed. If you don't want, go for one more. You can go for one more font. Like this, we can have to choose the fonts. Google fonts also we can go. Google fonts also we can go here. Okay, now right. Check this carefully. How we can apply the Google fonts on the content. So what is the thing? Font family, Roboto, sans serif. They given. This is not by us. Okay, right. Check this. So this is how we can work the things, guys. Then yeah. Okay. So next one is going to be CSS transformations. Yeah. CSS transformations. No? Okay, na? Right. CSS transformation. What is transformation? Transformation means what? You are going to gym. Why? Why? Body transformation. Six pack, eight pack. Such a transformation I need, right? Okay. Here also elements. There are a lot of elements are there. I want to change the shape of the elements. How can I change the shape of the element? I want to move the element from this position to this position. By default position is top left. I want to move the element to bottom side or top side, right side, bottom. I want to move like this. How do I do this? By using transformation. There are 2D transformations as well as 3D transformations also. 2D and 3D. 2D means 3D means what is 2D? Two-dimensional geometry. What is two-dimensional geometry? Three-dimensional geometry. అదబ్బా 2D అంటే ఏంటి? అంటే టూ డైమెన్షనల్ జామెట్రీలో ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి? ఏంటయ్యా? ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్, వై యాక్సిస్ అంతేనా? ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్, వై యాక్సిస్ 2D అంటే. వాట్ ఈస్ 3D దెన్? ఎక్స్, వై, జెడ్. కెన్ వి ఏబుల్ టు సీ జెడ్ యాక్సిస్? ఇప్పుడు ఈ టీవీ ఉంది, యు ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ ద మానిటరా? ఇది మానిటర్. So can I able to see the x-axis and y-axis? What is x-axis? What is y-axis? What it is called? X or y? What it is? మీరు చిన్నప్పుడు గ్రాఫ్లు గీయలేదా? Did you create the graphs or not? ఎప్పుడు మీరు 10th లోనే ఎక్కడ గ్రాఫ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదబ్బా, చేశారా? స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ ఉంటుంది మనకి సబ్జెక్ట్. మరి మీరు చదివారో లేదో మరి అదంతా చదివారా? గ్రాఫ్స్ తెలుసా మీకు? మనం అవి ఏవో కొంటాం, ఆ విషి గ్రాఫ్ తీసుకొని పెన్సిల్ తోటి స్కేల్ పెట్టి ఇలా అంటాం మనం. ఇప్పుడు సంథింగ్ గుర్తుందా? ఈ పాయింట్ మనం 0 అంటాము, 0 అంటాము. ఇక్కడేమో కొన్ని వాల్యూస్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ కొన్ని వాల్యూస్ ఉంది, రైట్? వర్టికల్ గా ఉండేది ఏంటి? వై యాక్సిస్. హారిజాంటల్ ఉండేది ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్. మరి జెడ్ యాక్సిస్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటది? వెరీ జెడ్ యాక్సిస్ ఆఫ్ ద టీవీ. జెడ్ యాక్సిస్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది? ఇప్పుడు 3D అంటే ఏంటంటే, మామూలుగా మీరు 3D మూవీస్ అని వింటుంటారు కదా. ఇలా ఉంది అనుకోండి, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్ వై యాక్సిస్. ఇదేంటిది? జెడ్ యాక్సిస్. మరి సారీ, ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్. జెడ్ యాక్సిస్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? దీనికి ఈ హ్యాండ్ కి బ్యాక్ సైడ్ ఉండేది జెడ్ యాక్సిస్. ఈ చేతిని ఇలా తిప్పుతున్నా, ఫ్లిప్ చేసినప్పుడే నువ్వు ఏం చేయగలవు? యువర్ ఏబుల్ టు సీ ద జెడ్ యాక్సిస్. అంటే ఇక్కడ by default what we can do, we will able to see x and y. If you want to see z axis, we have to flip the element. దానికి మనకి యానిమేషన్స్ కావాలి. అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు యానిమేట్ ద ఎలిమెంట్. స్లోగా ఎలిమెంట్ ని తిప్పాలి, ఫ్లిప్పింగ్. ఇప్పుడు మీకు కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూపిస్తాను చూడండి, మేబీ యూ విల్ గెట్ వన్ క్లారిటీ. సో హియర్ ఐ కెన్ షో యూ CSS flipping. Go to anywhere, no problem. So you see the example of this. This is image. If I can mouse over, what is happening? Image is somewhat moving now. Okay, not only this, maybe if you can see some other examples, maybe what it is called, you are able to see x and y. Are you able to see z axis? When you are hovering, then only you are able to see z axis. This is 3D. This is what? Just a 2D. Just this is 2D. and when you are hovering, it is rotating and it is showing the back of it, na backspace visibility. Okay, now right. This is how the animations are going to be works for us, right? 2D and 3D transformation. And finally, what is transformation? Ante changing the shape of an element, changing the shape of an element. So in 2D and 3D, we have some methods are there. What is a property here we are having? There is a property called transform is a property. This property contains some built-in methods. What are the methods we are having? Rotate is a method. Translate is a method. Very good. SCAL is scale. One more is going to be skew. Other one is going to be matrix. This is the methods. Transform is a property. It has some methods like this. If it is a 2D transformation, XY only we will see. If it is a 2D transformation, it contains rotate, ROTA, rotate X and rotate Y. Alane same transform X, transform Y. Okay, like this they will become scale X, scale Y, skew X, skew Y. They will always come like this. Scale. అంటే ఇందులో ఏం పాస్ చేయాలి? we will pass x, y రెండు పాస్ చేస్తాం. Only this. ఇక్కడ కూడా we can write x, y also we can pass. Generally scale is going to be not the x, y. Okay, it's have some simple value. I will tell you about it. Scale value. That is q is also going to be degrees. Here actually we will pass something called degree, 45 deg, something like this you have to pass. Qx, qy. Capital undali, y capital. You can take something called y capital like this, qx, qy. So alane same scale. Scale value always 1. 1 is the default. 1.2, 1.3, 0.5, 0.2, something like this also we can take the scale value. Okay. If it is a 3D, what is one more extra? Everywhere z is added. Everywhere z is going to be added in the 3D transformation that we will see. Okay, let's create a file. Let's remove all this code. Can you see this output? This is the block. For this, transform is a property. For this, I am writing ROTATE, rotate. I'm not writing anything. Just refresh the page. Do you have any change? Nothing changed. Transform, I am writing 45 DEG, degree, 45 degrees. I want to rotate the element 45 degrees. If you can refresh, 45 degree rotated. This is called what? Rotation. 45 degree rotation. So if you can write minus 45, then what is going to be happen now? This is minus 45 plus 45 minus 45. Sir, ఇది చాలా ఫాస్ట్ గా వెళ్తుంది, స్లోగా యానిమేటెడ్ గా వెళ్ళాలి. ఇట్స్ సి ఆన్ రిఫ్రెష్ ద పేజ్ ఇన్స్టాంట్లీ విత్ ఇన్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఎ సెకండ్ దిస్ ఇస్ రొటేటింగ్. నేను దీన్ని చాలా స్లోగా యానిమేట్ చేయాలి. హౌ ఐ కెన్ మేక్ దిస్ స్లో యానిమేషన్? చెప్పండి ఎలా చేద్దాం? I want to make this slow animation. How do I do this slow animation? For this, you have to use a combination of transition also. What is the property? Another property? Transform and a transition is the combination only. Transition. transition property, transition property, transition duration, transition delay. It has three values. DELAY, delay. Transition have three values. Transition is a property. To make smooth animations, we will use this property. So delay and transition duration, transition timing function also. This I will talk about later. Four values are there only with the four properties. Then let us see the same thing. So I want to do this on hover, dot block hover, dot block hover. Sorry, block colon hover, HOVR hover. On hover, I want to transform. Okay, now, right? Not on load. On hover only, I want to do something. Save this, and if we can refresh, now this is there. When your mouse hovering, but doing very fast. No, I want to do very slow. Okay, now when your mouse hovering, it is rotating, but very fast. Within fraction of second, element is getting rotated like this. No, no, no. I want to do very slow. Then what you will do? Try to see. Here, we'll write it. Transition. Transition property. Which property you want to make animate? Which property you want to make animate? Transform property I want to make animate. ఏ ప్రాపర్టీ నువ్వు యానిమేట్ చేస్తున్నావు అనుకుంటున్నావు ఆ ప్రాపర్టీ నువ్వు సెట్ చేయాలి ఇక్కడ. దానికి అలానే ట్రాన్సిషన్ డ్యూరేషన్ కూడా ఎంత టైంలో యానిమేషన్ జరగాలి. How much time you want to take to do the animation? You write the duration. DURAT1 duration is going to be 3 seconds. 3s. 3 seconds లో animation complete అవ్వాలి. ఆ 45 degree rotate అవడం అనేది it has to take 3 seconds. Let us see the same thing. I'm just checking this. So which property you want to animate? On hover, I want to write the transform. Let us see. This cannot be work instantly. Now you see on mouse over slowly rotating. I want to do this with a 360 degree. What is going to be happen now? If you can at 360 degree, refresh the page now. Slowly rotating 360 degree. If you can remove the mouse again, get back to the same position. To rotate this, it is taking 360. Sorry, rotating how many seconds? 3 seconds it is taking. Of course, you have delay. We can write delay also. What is delay? DELAY, delay. Delay 3 seconds. What is the meaning of delay 3 seconds? Okay, you see on mouse over, it is not started immediately. After 3 seconds completed, that is called delay. Okay, on load, I don't want, sir. After I am mouse over. After 3 seconds, it has to start the animation. I removed the mouse again. Again, it will take 3 seconds to complete the animation. Okay, now you see. Still, I am making the element like this. When you are mouse hovering, it will take 3 seconds, and after 3 seconds completed, then only element is getting rotated. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, right. Which property you want to animate? Delayed, not required generate. See, all we can write in one line also. Why should I write 3 times? See, all these 4 things we can write with simply transition. This is going to be the property. This is going to be the duration. We can write like this also: duration and delay and function. We can write like this also. Why should I write 3 times, Abba? So I can write like this also. Then what I can do? All these three I can write in one line. Let us comment this all these three and just writing in one line. So what it is going to be? Transition. Transition. Now transform is a property. TRANS transform property and 3S only. I don't want any delay. I don't want any timing function. Just 3 seconds. Which property you want to animate? Yeah, you can do. So now you see, this is going to be animated on hover. On hover animating. నాకు రొటేషనే కాదు ఇక్కడ మీరు విడ్త్ రాసారనుకో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ విడ్త్ I'm writing what? Width of the element. Then you have to write what here? So remove this. Take the width in the hover. Width is going to be, I'm writing 400 pixels already there. 600. Let us make this is going to be 800 px. When I am mouse hovering, what is the width of the element? Now you see, mouse hovering, width is increasing slowly. Height also you want to increase? Yeah, you can increase the height also. HEIGHT height is going to be 300 px. So then what is going to be happen? You see the problem. Height increased immediately, but width is doing slowly. No, I want to increase height width proportionately. Then how do I do two properties at a time? Ante remember carefully, for this transform transition we can keep comma and we can write something called height, and height is going to be 3s. Then now you see, if I can mouse over, both are going to be done. Oh, height may not work, I believe in this. Height may not work. Yes, height cannot work. So you see, width only working on, sorry, height cannot work, sorry. And this is going to be the same thing. Width is fine, height you remove, and you can write one more property, for example, and multiple properties how to animate transform 3s. Of course I won't write the same transform property 360 degree. Now you see what will be happen. Width increasing, element is also rotating. Width also increased, element also rotating. Now you see width is decreasing, this is also coming like this. The multiple properties also we can do at a time. Now you see border. I'm writing bord here, border. All of you see this comma, all of you see this, guys. So width also doesn't require. See this carefully. Transform, width I am removing. Try to see. Rotate we did na. You can write translate x. I am writing 400 px. What is the meaning of it? Inside x-axis, slowly moving. If I remove, come back to the same position. Now scale value 1. What is the scale value? 1. Refresh the page. Do you have any change? There is no change. Now I am writing 1.8. What is the scale value? 1.8. If I can mouse over, what is happening? Zooming in, zoom in, zoom out effect. This will be done by using scale property. So miru, if you can reduce the delay 1 second, maybe it will done very fastly. You see now this is coming like this. Mouse over, mouse out. Scale, skew, SKUW, skew. This is going to be degrees, 25 deg. Skew is always in degrees. If you can mouse over, this is skewing. This effect is called what? Skewing effect. If you can write -25, then what is going to be happen? Opposite. This is now refresh the page now. This will this direction. Scaling and skewing. So like this we can apply the properties. And you see, very important thing, ROTATE, rotate x. I'm right. Normally you write rotate. See this carefully, very observation. Rotate 360 degree. If I rotate 360 degree, refresh the page, this is rotating like this within 1 second. Okay na? So make the duration little delay. 3 seconds only I'm taking. Now if you can just refresh the page now, you see this is getting rotated like this. Okay na? Rotate x. What will happen if I do rotate x? Now you go check this carefully. X-axis means, okay na, horizontal. If I can mouse over, what is happening? Earlier rotated it like this. Now how it is rotating? This is rotating like this now. Earlier rotated like this. Yes or not? Rotated like this. X means this is rotating like this. Now if I write Y, then how it will be rotated? You observe this carefully. This is what? X. Then what is Y? Okay, let us go for Y. I am going for Y. Now you see this carefully. If we can do Y, observe this carefully. This is Y rotation. అర్థమైందా? Z means this is Z, circular rotation. X means Y means Y axis rotation. ఇదే కదా Y. Y is always what? Vertical na? Y. Horizontal. Z means circular. Like this it is getting rotated. Right? So you just observe this. Maybe if you can observe practically, you will get the things very clear. Okay na? Right. Rotate X, rotate Y. Like this, these properties will work. Transform, translate. And by using animations, next we will discuss animation property. We can do more animations. I mean more effects. Now this is animating on hover na. Sir, I don't want on hover. On refresh the page, animation should start. That is done by using animation property. By using this on hover only we can do. If you know animation property, yes, we can do all the things properly. That too also I will tell you. Okay now? Right. That we will see tomorrow session. Don't worry about it. Okay. And tomorrow we will discuss the remaining methods. Matrix also there na. Matrix, all the things we will see in tomorrow session. Practice up to here. Okay.